I'm delighted to be joined by Oisin Murphy again for our regular midweek chat. Hi, Oisin, how's it going?
I'm very well, thanks, Ben. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Have you had a busy morning?
Not this morning. Yesterday was quite hectic. I was at Andrews and then Kempton and then on to Sandown. It's a long enough journey to Yarmouth, so I'll be leaving pretty soon.
Okay. Well, let's reflect on last weekend because it was a busy one for you, flying everywhere, and it was a successful trip to Canada on New Century in the Grade One Summer Stakes. Well worth going over to Woodbine.
Yeah, thankfully it was great placing, and obviously the horse then had to take it really well. Sonic Kamiko, I was just delighted with the way he's improved from run to run and how tough he is. It was probably never in any doubt in my mind once he came out of the gate. The speed was on, and I was able to cut the turn and come out into space. And he always finds under pressure, so he was um, he was tough down the home straight.
Yeah, he seems a very genuine horse. Stays the mile, obviously, really well. Do you think he's the right type of horse for a Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf?
Well, Delmar will be a completely different situation. It'll be a two-turn mile, a short straight, and it might be a little bit sharp for him. Not that he doesn't have the speed, but the fact that gate speed and will I really be able to track those American horses closely enough, and then have enough time in the straight to run them down. But he's going to be one of the favourites, and he deserves to take his chance in the race. And looking to next year, he's a horse, that's quite exciting, and I think we'll get 10 furlongs, certainly on pedigree.
Yeah, look forward to more of the New Century story. He looks an exciting horse. You flew back, Shane, for the Irish St Ledger at the Curragh on Sunday. What did you make of Giavellotto's performance in third?
I just felt I made a mistake going to the start. I took him to the start, and at the Curragh, you have to go across the plains, and it's a wide open space, and I couldn't manage to get him to relax. He was a bit wound up then, and as a result, in the race, he didn't go to sleep like he can, and as a result of that, he wasn't able to finish off with that burst that we've seen on his two previous stats this year. So, you know, hats off to Kyprios. He was fantastic again. When Ryan really gives him a proper wake up call, he never lets him down. And, I think he's an outstanding horse. But I just hope that, the next time I partner Giavellotto, and it might be on a foreign trip, that I'll be able to keep the lid on him and get him back to his best.
Where do you think we might see him next, Giavellotto?
Well, all the options are open. The Japan Cup, the Hong Kong international races, Dubai, they're all open for him. So I'd say Marco will have a think about it with his owners and see how the horse comes out of the car.
But maybe thinking more mile and a half now.
Yeah, he has no problem with speed. If you pause at any stage of the race at the Curragh or Newmarket the time before, he's the one going easiest at any stage.
Or was Doncaster? Because you had plenty of place runners. It must have been a bit frustrating.
It was more than a bit frustrating. It was very frustrating to have so many places at Doncaster. Actually, everything seemed to go right for them, bar winning. So yeah, that was annoying.
Who was the one that you'd taken out of the meeting?
Well, lots of them just are reaching the ceiling of their handicap marks. Subsequent probably shouldn't have been a short price favourite. Tropical Storm, I think, can achieve more than that. And he's the one I'm most looking forward to. It's likely he'll go for the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf Sprint, and he'll be facing a similar home challenge. You'd think that Big Mojo and Asterius will be going there as well.
Okay. Ghost Run was a nice winner, though. She seemed to enjoy the slight step up in trip.
Yeah, she's not a superstar. Daughter Kamiko, she just is very honest. She's very small, and she was in the right race, and she benefited from a tailwind and being ridden on speed on a fresh track.
Okay, let's talk about this Cosmic Year who you won on at Sandown on Wednesday. Obviously, beautifully bred, looked really impressive.
Yeah, Cosmic Gear had done a nice work at Kempton. Um, he went to Newbury, and the ground was quite fast, so Harry pulled him out, and he got very worked up in the stable yard and lost a lot of weight. So Harry gave him a chance to get over that, and then yesterday it was hard to say. He could definitely beat the Ammo horse. And he was push button in the race. It was quite a slow time because it was a false run race. We went very steady, but he picked up nicely, and he obviously has a pedigree to live up to. But hopefully now, it was the right start, and he's a horse to follow.
Do you think group race this year or more of a long-term project?
Harry and Barry Mann will have a chat. He doesn't have to run this year, but he'd probably benefit from another experience as well if it was possible. And you'd imagine his next run would be over 7 furlongs again.
Yeah, look forward to seeing him. Cosmic Year, really impressive debut. Let's look ahead to the weekend, Shane. Go Cup weekend, and it's you're not at Ayr this Saturday, but it's a race you must remember fondly because you sort of burst onto the scene with it, didn't you? 11 years ago now with Highland Kalari.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like 11 years ago. Time flies. Yeah, I remember going up there. I think I had 3 rides, and then I picked up a spare ride. Phil Macon, when we were in the sauna, said, "Do you want to ride mine in whatever race it was?" And I said, "Okay." And he spoke to the trainer, and I rode it. So yeah, they all won, and it got quite a bit of publicity. I didn't take any notice of it at the time, and yeah, it was a good day.
Not at Ayr this Saturday, but you are at Newbury for a good few rides, including Libre Power in the Autumn Cup.
His horse is probably high enough in the handicap, but he'll improve for going slightly up in trip. He had a bad draw at York and he came from the back, but I felt there was a pace collapse and it looked like he was going to beat Shadow Dance, who hasn't franked the form. He definitely has a chance.
And Movie Maker for Said Bin Surar in the 7 furlong handicap.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to him. The horse has had interrupted preparation, but he's a decent horse, and hopefully he's had enough work now. And yeah, I think he can go well.
Will he be your best chance this weekend, do you think?
Yeah, if everything goes smoothly for him and he relaxes for me, I think it's likely Movie Maker is a horse to stay on the right side of.
Good stuff. Well, thanks for joining us as always, Shane, and good luck with this weekend.
Thank you very much, Ben.